need the ability to sell it. Of course, if you can't sell your lease with the business or transfer your lease, you have nothing. So we called the milk company. The milk company gave us some nice people. They were actually Korean immigrants. They barely spoke English, but they had some money. I said, how do you get the money? They said the family pulls together, they put the money together to all help each other. Nice people. And they came up, we sold the business for $180,000. Now the fun part about this is, $80,000 with cash. You ever hear cash underneath the table? Right? Doesn't exist. And the other $100,000 was notes, right? $1,000 notes for probably 4 years. I got to do the math. I can't remember the exact amounts, but plus a 10% interest. We put them in, and the notes were good. They paid every single note. They were good people. Now the fun part is, we went to the lawyer's office in downtown Brooklyn. All of a sudden, they come with a brown bag, and inside this brown bag is $100 bills, $80,000. And me and my family, God forbid, we should take a cab. We decided to take the train with $80,000. So me and my brother, we got the money here, we got the money there, we stuffed money all over us. And it was one of what I call the most stressful rides home we ever had. So we got home, nobody bothered us, nobody knew we had the money, and the store was closed. As part of a business, you stay a predetermined time to teach the people the business. So we stayed for 2 weeks afterwards, and the business was gone, and that was it. All right. Okay, a year later, Steven's in college. My brother Steven went back to college after the Navy, after Milk Plus. And now he's a CFO of a billion-dollar real estate company in New York. He's making multi-million-dollar condos he's in charge of. Ripping down buildings in Chinatown, building skyscrapers, selling $10 million condos. Did very well for himself. He's doing good. Michael went to work in the supermarkets. He's still in supermarkets today. And my father became a rep for Nestle's Chocolate, where you would go from store to store and sell them chocolate deals, whatever promotion was going on. Meanwhile, I'm Barney, I'm out of work, not concerned a bit. I don't know why, I wasn't concerned a bit. I had got $20,000 from my parents for the sale of the store. We had given them $20,000 towards the business, and they gave me back what we put into the business. So we got $20,000. So also I'm a young kid, it's 1980 something, I got $20,000 in my pocket, I'm like, I don't need to work. At the same time, my girlfriend Deborah had just graduated with an associate degree from a community college. We had taken her to the city to see a headhunter. Does everybody know what a headhunter is? Okay. Headhunter is an employment agent. I don't know how to say it. Basically, you go there, he gets you an interview, you get the job, you owe him 6 weeks of your pay. And he takes his money up front. He'll take you for 6 weeks. All right? If you need a job bad enough, you'll pay the headhunter. He'll get you the interview, they'll get you the job. And they'll probably get money under the table to everybody, but it was the only way. I took my wife to Manhattan, and she got a job with the F.W. Woolworth Company. F.W. Woolworth 5 and dime store. Now, here's a history lesson for you. Ready? Here it comes. Anybody here ever hear F.W. Woolworth? Probably not. Okay. Here's a history lesson for you. Before there was Kmart, before there was Walmart, before there was Target, there was Woolworth. Woolworth had 2,000 to 3,000 stores during its heyday. Woolworth has changed your life more than anything you know. Woolworth changed retail. When retail was back in the 1910s, 1920s, all merchandise was like the Macy's cosmetics section. I don't know how to say it. There was no such thing as self-service merchandise back then in department stores. Woolworth actually knocked down the counters and made everything self-service. They started what would become the department store. Woolworth was the first true one besides, I said the first true one. Macy's and stuff was still a high-class department store. Well, I took her there, I took her to Woolworth, and then she got the job. She got $300 a week, started pay after 2 years in college. That was an assistant managership, assistant manager training. I took her back to sign some docs. The guy's like, hey, you're not working. You want to interview too? I'm like, I got nothing better to do. So I went and I interviewed for Woolworth. Okay, I got the job. I got paid $295 a week, $5 less for not having a college degree. Okay, assistant manager, 48 hours, $300. What's that worth an hour? About $5 or $6 an hour as an assistant manager. Well, Woolworth changed our life. Woolworth became, how can I explain it? It really taught us the things we didn't know from my family business. It taught us customer service, it taught us merchandise, it taught us how to run a business. We got mentors in there, old-time managers that were there for 30 years who really took us by the wing and really showed us how to run a business. And me and my wife did great. It was a 2-year training program. I got my first store in 18 months in Brooklyn. My first 6 months there, I won a national sales contest. I had a great year. My wife got her store right after me in Long Island, New York, and she also had a great year. I did so good, I got promoted. I went to a store, well, that's going to come up in a minute. I went to a store in Manhattan. It was across the street from the World Trade Center. All right, this is what it's called today. It's a Century 21 department store. I took the store, I was co-manager since I was only 22. The store was 150,000 feet, it was 3 stories. It's bigger than any Walmart you've seen. Underneath we had 2 stores, so we had 5 stories of store. Right across from the World Trade Center. The store was only open from 7 in the morning to 5 at night, closed on the weekends. We had no business on the weekends because everybody was business people. The store did $9 million a year. I worked with managers that were there for years. I had 300 employees under me. Store was great. Well, store, even though it did $9 million, never made a profit. One day, Woolworth said, when I was there, so we're going to close it down. We just sold the lease to the Century 21 company. It's a 99-year lease. We never could own it because it's part of a skyscraper. But they had